Hi guys, this is Zach from Watches on You, and today we are going to be looking at a little cheaper of watch than what we normally do. This is the Seiko SNZF17. Now, this watch is $140, and we have a link in the description, and that's the cheapest price we could find it, so if you want to purchase it, just check out that link. So this watch is only $140, and we thought it'd be a good review, because if you're just looking out for a beater, I think this is a great option for you, and now I'm going to go into the details of why. So, this watch is also known as the Seiko Sea Urchin, and it's become a main staple of Seiko's 5 collection, and that is their lower-end sports collection, but they still have automatic self-winding movements. So now I'll dive right into the watch. So first, the case is made of stainless steel. It is 42 millimeters, and it has a 22 millimeter lug width. The finishing on it, I'd say, is excellent for a watch of this price range. I would honestly say that the finishing on this is better than a Tag Heuer Formula 1. Some of you might not like that comment, but I really do think that, and we've reviewed we've reviewed the Tag Heuer, and I've seen it, and I would really compare it with that watch, or maybe even say it's a little better. Seiko really, at this price range, knocked this one out of the park. It's obviously not going to be up to the same standard as like a Rolex, but it costs $140, so I mean, what would you expect? But it is a lot better than what I had expected. I had gotten this and I'd be like, oh, I thought it would feel kind of cheap, but be okay for a good beater. It was a lot better than what I thought. Now, also, the bracelet it comes on. So the bracelet it comes on is kind of like an oyster style, as you can see there. It's a good bracelet, especially for the price. There are solid links, open end links, but again, $140. What would you think? What do you expect? So the finishing on it's the same as the case. The clasp on it is a push button with a safety, so it's not going to fall off your wrist. But personally, I would replace this band with like a leather band instead of the steel, as it does feel a little cheap, and there is some hair pinching when you wear it. But overall, I'd say it for the price, it does an extremely good job, as I've seen other bracelets that have been not nearly this quality at a similar price. So now I'll move on to the dial and the movement. So the dial gives a very standard diver look, kind of is like a Rolex Submariner dial, but with little differences. So the movement on this watch offers both the day and date, and not just the date like, say, a Rolex Submariner does. It also has a different lume pip at 12 o'clock than a Submariner, which I really like, because I don't like copycat watches. There are a good amount of on there where they copy like Rolex's too much, and I think Seiko did just the right amount, as it doesn't look exactly the same, but it keeps a nice classic look. And the hands, I also love how they're just, again, not like the Rolex at all, and they add a very nice kind of sharp look to it, and same with the second hand there, I like that. Now, the bezel on this watch is a unidirectional 120 click diver bezel, which I wouldn't actually even expect it to be 120 click, as Tudors, which are probably 40 times the price of this watch, or 30 times the price of this watch, they only have 60 click bezels. So they give you 120 click. And the action on this is unbelievable. Like, you can hear it just here. I'll put it up to the mic. Just listen to that. It's very, very smooth, and it locks down really well. Now, I would honestly compare this to a Rolex Submariner, but it is a little worse, as it doesn't click quite as hard as that watch does, and it's a little less grippy on the sides, as those are pretty smooth, so I think you would have a bit of a hard time doing this with diving gloves on. But with your bare hands, it feels absolutely exquisite. And the 120 clicks is great. The sound is amazing. Yeah, really, they did an extremely good job with that bezel. I was shocked when I first felt that. And it's an aluminum bezel insert. You're not going to get ceramic with this. Again, that's a feature for a lot more expensive watches, such as the Tudor or Rolex. So it actually does, though, have a clear case back where you can see the movement. Now, there isn't like any finishing on it. It's very bare, like it's really just a bare movement, but again, $140 watch, wouldn't really expect it. The fact that you get an automatic movement is remarkable, as well, as there really aren't many automatic watches at this price point at all. The movement, though, so Seikos have on some watches, they can get a little worse accuracy, but I've had very good luck with them. I have another watch with basically the exact same movement, just a different size, and that keeps great time. This watch keeps great time. It winds in both directions, so you're going to wind it up pretty quick. It can't do hand winding, though, and it's not a hacking movement. So those are two features that they left out, but you can get used to that over time. I'm fine. I've gotten used to it now, and I'm okay with it. So yeah, so very good movement for a watch of this price range and quality. So now I'm going to move on to the wrist shot. So the wrist shot, on the wrist, it's very comfortable. There is some hair pinching with the clasp, with the band, and I would replace the band if you were to get this. I would prefer a leather band. I actually just ordered one for this watch. But the watch itself is extremely comfortable, nice and thin. The Seiko SKX007, which is, I'd say, these are probably two of their most famous watches. That one's a bit thicker, and I like how they kept this one nice and thin. It does only have 100-meter water resistance, so that is why it's a little thinner, but you can still easily snorkel with that, and you shouldn't have any issues. Yeah, very comfortable. The 42 millimeter size is great. I've said this in my other reviews too. 40 millimeters is what I liked all watches to be. Maybe even a little smaller, but 42 is great. I'd say it might even wear a little smaller. Wear is about the same size as a Rolex Submariner, so if you know what that wears like, it's really the same. I've felt that on the wrist, and this feels really no different. I really like it. It's a little lighter than a Rolex, but that's just based on the quality of the watch. So overall, this watch is a great Christmas gift. Being it around Christmas time, this would be a great gift for a relative or your son, just to get him into watches, as it's only $140. Great quality, great automatic movement, so it'd be, just be a great gift. The quality of everything is very, very good. So we have a link down in the description if you want to purchase this watch. It's the cheapest price we could find online. It's like $140. So check that out if you want to buy it. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe to our channel and see the other videos. Thank you.